The Iran-US conflict, understanding the current crisis. The relationship between Iran and the United States has entered one of its most dangerous phases in decades. Tensions have escalated dramatically, with both sides engaging in military posturing, cyber attacks, and proxy warfare across the Middle East. At the heart of this conflict lies Iran's nuclear program. Western intelligence agencies believe Tehran is enriching uranium to weapons-grade levels, crossing thresholds that many nations consider unacceptable. The United States, along with Israel and European allies, has imposed crippling economic sanctions aimed at forcing Iran back to the negotiating table. But Iran sees this differently. For Tehran, the conflict is about sovereignty and survival. They view American military bases surrounding their borders, drone surveillance along their coastline, and support for opposition groups as existential threats. The memory of the 1953 CIA-backed coup, the Iran-Iraq War, and the assassination of General Qasem Soleimani in 2020 drives deep distrust. The war of words has intensified. Iran's leadership has threatened to close the Strait of Hormuz, through which 20% of the world's oil passes. The United States has responded by deploying carrier strike groups, B-52 bombers, and advanced missile defense systems to the region. Meanwhile, proxy forces funded by Iran, Hezbollah in Lebanon, Hamas in Gaza, the Houthis in Yemen, and various militias in Iraq and Syria, have stepped up attacks on American and Israeli targets. The battlefield extends from the Red Sea to the Golan Heights. For ordinary citizens on both sides, the prospect of war is terrifying. Iranian families face inflation over 40% and severe shortages of medicine. American military families brace for another Middle Eastern deployment. Diplomatic channels remain open but fragile. Back-channel negotiations through Oman and Qatar have made limited progress, but the gap between the two sides remains enormous. Iran insists on full sanctions relief before any nuclear concessions. The United States demands complete nuclear transparency and an end to proxy attacks. What makes this conflict particularly dangerous is the lack of direct communication. There are no embassies, no hotlines, no established crisis management mechanisms. In a moment of miscalculation, a single drone strike, a stray missile, or a cyber attack could spiral into full-scale war. The international community watches with growing alarm. China and Russia have sided with Iran diplomatically. European nations attempt mediation while preparing for worst-case scenarios. The United Nations warns of catastrophic humanitarian consequences if conflict erupts. War is not inevitable. Both sides have shown restraint at critical moments. But the path to peace requires something that currently seems impossible: trust between two nations that have been adversaries for over 4 decades. The world holds its breath, hoping that cooler heads prevail before it's too late.